So before we start, hopefully this is a mainly MWA meditation, so ignore this, Steph and Mum, but hopefully everyone's come out of their emails, phones on silent, ideally no phones near you, so try and put them away to one side. Chloe, I know you've got a call at 12:30, so maybe just put an alert on your phone and leave if you need to go and get the call. But otherwise, if everyone just comes into a comfortable seated position, if you're not already, you don't have to be sat in cross-legged if that's not comfortable for you. So you can sit kneeling or sit on a chair, sit in your sofa. You can have your back supported if that helps. The main idea is that we want to feel like we're alert. So we're not going to sleep here, we're staying alert for the duration of the practice, but we want to be comfortable at the same time. So if that means that you do need to sit with your back against the wall, for example, then go ahead. It's not about what we look like, it's just about how we feel. So coming into your comfortable position, just do any last minute wriggling that you need to do. And try and maintain this kind of feeling of, we call it the stiram and the sukham. So if anyone has studied yoga before or done meditation before, so it's this balance between comfortable, but at the same time having your spine straight so that you're kind of embodying this position of alertness and awareness. So if everyone just closes their eyes, I can't see anyone, so no one can see you, no one knows what you're doing, so don't feel self-conscious at all. But if you just gently close your eyes, or at least just lower your gaze, just lower your gaze onto a fixed point in front of you if shutting your eyes isn't comfortable. Just start to bring your attention to your body. So just feeling the weight of the sit bones on the floor or on the chair beneath you. Just very quietly scanning through your body from the top of your head down to your feet. Just becoming aware of the whole body, just as it is. And then slowly starting to become aware of the different areas of the body as I name them. So when I say the name of a body part, just bring your awareness to that particular area of your body and try to focus your awareness onto that body part. So here we're just trying to channel the mind and take it away from its usual chaos and to-do lists and frantic thoughts, and just concentrate onto specific areas of our body. So we're going to start just with where we're sitting. So like I said before, if you just feel the sitting bones grounding down into the earth, feel everything really heavy and really supported. Everything is grounding down, and at the same time the earth is pushing upwards, so it's that kind of effortless balance we don't realize is there constantly we're being held up by the earth beneath us. Now just bring your attention to your feet. To your ankles. You might be resting on the floor, just feeling them heavy. To your shins. your knees, your thighs, your hips. Bringing your attention to your lower abdomen, stomach, traveling up the torso to your ribs, and your chest, and feeling your collarbones open and expansive. Now just bringing your attention to your right shoulder, your right upper arm, your right lower arm, your right wrist, your right hand, your right thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and little finger. Now bringing your attention to your left shoulder, your left upper arm, your left lower arm, your left wrist, your left thumb, left index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and little finger. And coming back to the center of your body and focusing the awareness on your throat, and your chin, your cheekbones, your nose, your forehead. Just try to relax your forehead, relax your eyes, let them fall back into the sockets. And then focus on the space between the eyebrows, known as our third eye. And finally, bring the attention to the crown of the head. Allow the attention now to fall back down through the center of the body, from the top of the head, through the forehead, the nose, the lips, the chin, the throat, and finally landing on our heart center in our chest, the space where we know our heart lies beneath. I'm just going to keep the attention for a while onto the heart, the physical heart. Firstly, just see if you can feel it beating. Maybe you can feel blood pulsating around your body. Just really bringing our awareness to this area of our body, which I wanted to talk about today, obviously with the current situation. It's so important to remember that we need to keep our heart open in this difficult time. Our heart is the place of compassion, where we send out our feelings that can sometimes be quite self-centered, but instead we should use this area of our body, our heart, to focus on others. So as much as the situation is difficult and challenging for us as individuals, we have to remember on a daily, hourly, every minute basis, the whole world is in the same situation as us at the moment, and that we're all in this together. So whilst we're sat here just focusing on our hearts, just try to bring to mind someone who is really important to you, someone who you love with all your heart, as we say, and someone that you would do everything in your power to protect, shield from harm, someone that you want to see happy and well. Just bring this person, the image of this person, into your mind. Really, really imagine that they're there with you. And now just feel like you can send them out love and well wishes. So any kind of positive feelings that you've got, really just channel them towards that person. You can imagine it as a stream of light, or it doesn't even have to have an image, just send them everything that you've got. And then let the image of that person just fade away. They're still there, but it's just faded away. Now imagine that you can send out all that love, all that compassion, the kindness, the positivity further. So maybe starting with the area that's in your awareness, so in your garden, in your house, hopefully nowhere else as we're all in quarantine. Sending this out not just to people, but to animals, every living being around us. Just really feel like you're radiating this light, or this aura of love and compassion to everything within your vision. And keep sending it out, keep sending it further and further and further. So maybe to the people in the town, the city, the country. Just imagine these rays of sunshine or light just spreading further and further and further out. You can imagine it like a ripple effect. If that's easier to imagine. Don't stop at our country. Don't stop at England. Keep that wave rippling out, going further and further and further out, so that it's now encompassing everything that's within our awareness, whether that's the world or the universe. Just sending out those vibes, positive vibes. And now just bringing your awareness back to yourself, to where you are, to where you're sat. Feel like you're kind of bringing all that positive energy back in. And then start to concentrate on your breath. Just become aware of your breath. So not trying to control it, but just become aware. The breath often breathes itself, but in our mindfulness or our meditation practice, we are trying to cultivate a sense of awareness of the things that just happen without our attention, just to bring them to mind and realize how lucky we are that we're all just sat here breathing and we don't even have to try. So just for a moment, just breathe, and breathe mindfully, focusing your attention on the inhale and the exhale. Whether your chest rises and falls, or your belly rises and falls. Any subtle movements that occur when you just breathe. next exhale, exhale all of the air out. And then we're going to do some counting with our breathing, just because I know lots of you are new to meditation, maybe never done it before. So I'm probably talking quite a lot more than I normally would, but just for this first one, we can just work through together. So breathe everything out. And then we're going to try and equalize our breathing. So equalizing our inhale with our exhale. We're going to breathe in for 4, and we're going to breathe out for 4. And I'll count you through it, and then I'll leave you to do some on your own. Sitting on the inhale, we're going to breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out, 2, 3, 4. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. And out, 2, 3, 4. Just carry on with this steady rhythm, counting to yourself in your head, in for 4 and out for 4 at your own pace. And I'll just keep talking whilst you're doing that, just to remind you that meditation often seems like this scary thing that we've got to go and sit in the corner in darkness with a lotus position, with our legs crossed, and it's not about that. All we're trying to do is bring awareness and practice. It is a practice, it's a work in progress. So we might find that our mind runs off after 10 seconds. Maybe your mind has already gone away from your breath, and that's normal. That happens to me, that happens to everyone, that happens to people who have been practicing meditation for a long time. But the practice is becoming aware. So it's noticing that our attention has left our breath, and it's bringing it gently back without judgment. And that's what we're practicing. Being kind to ourselves and understanding that our mind does think, that's what it does. But just for these next few moments, we're just going to try and bring our mind to focus on one thing, which is our breath. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4. And breathing out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3. Out, 2, 3, 4. Just keep going in your own time, and I'll remind you to come back in just a few minutes. We won't be long. Just every time you notice your mind wanders, just gently bring it back to the breath, and just resume your counting. If your mind has started to wander off into the past or into the future, planning, thinking, just kindly notice where it's been and bring it back to the present moment, to your breath. Using your breath to anchor yourself to the moment. Breathing in for 4 and breathing out for 4. Wherever you are, just do 5 more sets. So breathe in and out 5 more times. Whenever you're ready, just start to very slowly bring the light back into your awareness. So blinking your eyes a few times. Maybe have a move around if you're not used to sitting down for this amount of time. Have a little move, a little wiggle. Just get comfortable. And then come back to stillness. You can close your eyes again if that's helpful. And just letting the breath breathe itself again, letting go of the breath. Just bring your awareness to how you feel as a whole, physically and mentally. So after just having focused on our breath for not long, 5 or 10 minutes, just see what kind of effect that's had on your state of mind and your physical body. Maybe those feelings of frustration, boredom even, confusion, if it's something new. Maybe you felt more peaceful, calm. Just notice whatever it was you were feeling, with no judgment, and just let it go. Just acknowledge that, like I said earlier, it's a practice. We're just practicing, and we have now practiced. So whether we liked it or not, whether it was a positive experience or a negative experience, we've done it. We can now let that go. And we can carry on with the rest of our day. But hopefully as time goes on, and I hope we can do some more of these sessions, you'll notice that your mind just naturally, as a result, without trying to, it becomes less busy, less frantic, more peaceful. And just as a result of being more aware of ourselves and everything that surrounds us, I think you will notice that you find more of an internal sense of calm and happiness and hopefully positivity, which is all we can do in these moments. That's all we can do. We can only, especially when we're confined to our houses now, all we can do is work on ourselves, our feelings. We can control how we feel. We can help by not becoming panicked and scared, not feeling like we need to blame anyone for what's going on. You know, it's quite difficult to do in practice, but if we can just accept the situation for how it is and do the best that we can, that's all we can do. So just closing your eyes just for the final moments. Maybe bring your hands together into prayer, your heart, if that feels comfortable. Just taking these last few moments just to reconnect with yourselves. Congratulate yourselves for giving yourselves this time, half an hour, just to spend working on yourself. Feeling grateful for everyone and everything that allowed you to do this practice. And finally, just remembering that in all of this, we always have our breath. We don't need to be on a call. You don't need my guidance or anyone else's guidance. We always have our breath. So when it feels like we don't know what to do next and maybe the feelings of anxiety arise, just come back to your breath, practicing what we practiced today, counting in for 4, out for 4, or just becoming aware of your natural breath. That's all it takes, just to find a few moments of peace in your day. And gradually opening your eyes if you haven't already. Coming back to real life. I think we've run out of time. But hopefully you're all okay. I can't see anyone, but hopefully you're all right. If you've got any questions, obviously just message me or write to me on Teams, anyone in MWA. Let me know any feedback. And hopefully we can do this again soon. Namaste, everyone. Thank you all.